Hi everyone. So this week, really excited to share some news over from the AssureTech team. We've been working in conjunction with the great people over at Menu Trinfo to develop a new kind of like hybrid offering through our mobile and web platform, the EpiCenter. So I'm going to talk about a little bit this week. We actually had the chance, our combined teams, as well as a few other co-presenters yesterday, to give a discussion to some different colleges to introduce this option among some other things related to some of the FDA labeling changes. Hoping to put out some content about that in the next couple weeks coming up. Some really good information and some best practices to learn about what some colleges and other allergy vendors are doing. But we'll share more about that later. Really, what the exciting thing is this week is we want to talk about the new offering that we're creating for colleges, which is the ability to deploy the EpiCenter platform to the entire campus. So we're going to talk a little bit about what that looks like. If you're a college, I'll give a little bit of information about how to help create an allergy-friendly campus through some of the different services that we're providing. And if you're a student, a couple of the things that you can look for in the EpiCenter app, even if your campus isn't one of the registered colleges. So the first thing, most important, one of the things I always talk about, the mission behind the EpiCenter app and the platform, is we want to help people manage their food allergies during a crisis, when they're traveling, and just on a day-to-day basis. And this certainly extends to young adulthood. Those experiences help shape this platform, so it's really, I believe, appropriate for a lot of the things that a college student might encounter on a daily basis. So first things first, talking about how the app is able to help during an emergency. A lot of this might seem familiar if you've worked on the platform or you've seen any of our other content, but we'll just review it. The first thing is that anyone using the app is able to call up a set of emergency features and get the help they need during an allergic reaction. That means calling 911 or a local emergency number if you're in a different country, sending an SMS alert to your emergency contacts, and this SMS alert also includes your current location so you can let people know that you're having a problem and know exactly where you are. You also have the option, you can see off there to the right what a few of the different things you can pull up are, but you're able to display a medical ID with your important information like your allergens, date of birth, as well as a translated message. And I'll talk about this more in the next slide, but that's something that I know is very important, especially for study abroad programs. And then the final thing you can see at the very bottom of the app screen there to your right, but being able to locate the nearest hospital or hospitals relative to your location so you can find the nearest source of help. One of the other big announcements that comes with the introduction of this new hybrid option with us and Menu Trinfo is the help for studying abroad. And again, this is something that if you're a college campus, you can bring to all of your food allergic students that are preparing to travel. And if you're just a student at a non-member campus, you would be able to get into the app and access these same resources yourself. So when you're studying abroad, there's really two main use cases, and we've made sure that the EpiCenter app is able to support during both. The first of which is the worst case scenario where you have the allergic reaction, being able to ask for help in over 50 languages and clearly communicating your condition. We've partnered with a great company called Equal Eats, which is headed by Kyle Dine, whom I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. But we're working with his company to provide these translations. So you can see the phone screen there right to the right. That's an example in French of the emergency card that you'd be able to display during the worst case scenario. The other use case is trying to avoid that worst case scenario and clearly communicating your allergen or allergens. So you're able to pull up your translations through their company within the EpiCenter app. Now that includes over 500 allergens in 50 different languages. So wherever you're traveling, chances are you'll be able to clearly communicate your medical condition using this app and travel safely. And so then the final thing is really talking about day-to-day management of the food allergy. So if you're on campus, this means being able to stock your dorm room with safe to eat food. We have everything from protein bars to granola to snacks, All a really good variety of food, and we're always trying to work with new vendors to keep introducing more options. As a premium member or a member of a member campus, you would have access to discounts on all of these products just to make sure that these resources are as accessible as possible. This now we're getting into some of the newer stuff that we've started doing now with Menu Trinfo. So they have a great course called Allertrain that you're able to use and undergo some training about how to administer the EpiPen. This is great, for example, if you have a roommate or a best friend or somebody that you're studying abroad with, and you want to, just help clearly communicate what to do during an emergency. You'll have access to some of this content now through the platform. And again, if you are part of a member campus, you're going to be able to access that through this partnership that we've created. The EpiCenter app also includes FDA alerts. So whenever there's a recall related to food allergies, the app will notify you. So you'll have access to that important information. And then the final thing is there's all these other resources that we work with in the community, like blogs that talk about things like self-advocacy. We're going to be aggregating information about scholarships that you can apply for if you have food allergies and more. If you or a loved one are getting ready to head off to college, you can find the EpiCenter app on the iPhone or Android store. So look it up there and you'll be able to access some of these resources. If you're a college campus that's looking to learn about bringing the EpiCenter app to campus and help your food allergic students by creating a food allergy-friendly community, the best way to get in touch is by contacting us at info@epicenter-app.com, or you can visit our website, which is epicenter-case.com. There's a section there called Student Center. If you click on that tab, you can open up the Student Center in the website, and you can click on a link called For Colleges, learn a little bit more about how deployment would work on your campus, learn about some of the customization options that we can create alongside with your catering service to make sure that we can create the best option for your students.